Hello? Are we live? Uh-oh. I pressed go live. Are we not live? I think OBS says we're live, but I am not certain. Okay, yes. I believe we're live. Hello? Let me know in the chat if everything is good. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is the mic working? Yes. Okay. Hello. Hi, Octopeel, Maria Diaz, Anita, my sketchbook. Hello. Okay, great. Yay. Hello. Welcome. Hi, Sir Maggot, Paige Robinson, Noel, My Law. Hello, welcome. Good morning. It is still morning here where I am. Globy, Random, Strawberry, Martin, James, hello. Where is everyone tuning in from? It is 11 a.m. in Toronto, Canada, where I am, and it's a lovely sunny wintry day here. New York, awesome. Hager, I'm not exactly sure where that is. My guess is somewhere in Europe. Maybe like Switzerland. Martin from Argentina. Seven from Moscow. Wow. Spain, Hungary, Beijing. 6 p.m. in Egypt. From France, unfortunately, West Virginia. Philippines, and it's midnight. Oh, it's late for you guys. 4 p.m. from London. Nice. Sunny-ish. Wow, that's rare for London, right? Chicago, Quebec. Oh yes, I remember. 8 a.m. Oh, that's early. I guess yeah, on the West Coast it would be 8. Yeah. Milwaukee, awesome. Czech Republic. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in today, wherever you are in the world. Good morning. Oh, 11 p.m. That's like the exact opposite of here, from Russia. Hello from France, Brazil. Okay, so you guys are from all over the world. That's amazing to see. Thank you all so much for tuning in. As you can tell from the like thumbnail of the live stream, we are doing some watercolor studies today. And we're using photo references, so I'll have the photo references up as we do them. Yeah, I kind of want to keep these portrait studies pretty simple. Kind of similar in vein to these, let's see. Where are they? Yeah, to these ones here. This is my art book, by the way, my portrait art book. But I did these watercolor like portrait studies fairly small and fairly quick and loose. And I want to kind of emulate this look for today's study. And I'm going to try to keep them, again, I'm going to try to keep them fairly quick and loose, but as you know, I'm pretty slow, so it might not be that quick after all, but I'm going to try to keep them to about 20 minutes in duration. Hi from Montreal. Hello, Yi. Good morning from California. It's 8:03 a.m. here. That is early. Thank you for tuning in so early. Hello from Brazil. Love those little portraits. Yeah, I really like how just like spontaneous they look. And I think why I want to do these today is I am using Watercolor for my illustrations, and I want to get better at using watercolor in a more direct approach as opposed to using a ton of layers and using it indirectly. I mentioned this in my latest illustration video that just came out yesterday. So I think doing portraits like this in a smaller scale, it kind of forces me to work in that more alla prima and more direct way where I'm not using a whole bunch of layers, but I'm like starting from one corner and then basically finishing the painting, kind of like filling it in like that. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You'll see once I get into it. Yeah, so I wanna keep them fairly loose. Like, I'll try to show you a watercolor painting that I did that didn't, where I used a more indirect approach, I guess. Any paintings that are like kind of bigger and more detailed, yeah, they require a bit more layering. But these like smaller ones, yeah, they're just a bit more, they've got a more like spontaneous, loose, effortless kind of feel that I really want to try to incorporate more into my illustrations. So that's why I want to study how to do them today. Hi from Austin, Texas. It's 10 a.m. here. What a lovely surprise catching you on live. Love your work so much. Thank you so much, Chloe. Good morning. Gorgeous work as always. Thank you, Daniel. Oh, Daniel, that sounds quite familiar. I may know of your work. Yeah. Cool. Thank you so much for tuning in, Daniel. All right. So let me turn on the reference images. So I think I want to start with this one today. Can we see that? Hopefully you guys can see that. Who is going to be studying along with me today? If it's not watercolor, you're free to use other media as well. Okay, can we see? Yes, great. So I'm gonna adjust my camera a little bit. So I'm gonna, how big shall I draw them? The smaller I draw them, I know it'll probably be easier. Fingers crossed. And reasonably in today's stream, I can probably only get about like 3 or 4 of these done. So maybe I try to, okay, I feel like I'm already drawing it a little bit too big. Maybe I try to arrange it in the page so I can fit about 3 or 4. Wait, who's studying along with me today? Who is it, Julio or Julio? Apparently they'll be studying along. Just followed you on IG, Daniel. Your work was awesome. Okay, so I believe that it is the right Daniel that I'm thinking of. I follow you as well. You have great work. Thank you so much for tuning in. If I remember correctly, you use watercolor quite a bit as well, right? And with inks. Okay, so drawing or blocking in these portraits makes me a little bit nervous, like live, but I left it to do it on the live because I know that you guys need some time to draw it out as well. So we're all starting on the same foot. And I'm probably gonna omit those earrings. I always kind of omit accessories. Maybe I shouldn't, but yeah, a little bit lazy. And honestly, I really should try to keep these block-ins simple too and quick, but for my first one, probably feeling a little bit rusty. You are a big inspiration for me as an artist, and I will draw along with you. Thank you for being here with us. Aw, thank you so much for being here, Anita. I am grateful to have you guys tune in and keep me company. So I picked this photo reference as the first one because it has like a really strong direction of light. It's very clearly coming from this way, and I like that it's direct sunlight because we get that really like beautiful bounce light, the warm bounce light. So yeah, I figured it would be kind of an easy one to start with for our first study. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit here. But yeah, feeling a little nervous, a little rusty, but hopefully I can warm up soon. Honestly, I never thought I would do watercolor live because watercolor is extremely nerve-wracking on its own. Okay. I think I'm stalling at this point. I think I am probably ready to start painting. Okay, let me know if the audio volume is good. I am using my external Yeti mic. I have to rewatch to paint with the video. I'm waiting at my daughter's piano class. Ah, okay. I will probably have it uploaded after the live, so you can watch it. I will be drawing quick figure studies for about an hour. I'll use ballpoint pens. Awesome. I'm just playing with gouache alongside. Nice. Oh, I haven't used gouache in forever. What pencil am I using? I am using the Staedtler Triplus Micro 0.7 milliliters. Oh, I didn't realize it was 0.7. I thought it was the... Oh my gosh. I didn't realize it was 0.7. I kind of thought it was just a 0.5, but in a different color. I've definitely been putting in 0.5 lead in here, so that's my bad. Yep, you remember correctly. Maybe I'll break out the watercolors later. I'll be doing weekend work along with you today. Clients never rest. Oh, that sucks. But I'm happy to keep you company while you do that. Oh, client work. Merhaba. Oh, merhaba. I think merhaba means either thank you or hello in Turkish. Hi, Chris from Jacksonville, Florida. Hello, people. Please do these lives more often. I will try. It's good. Okay, sounds good. Awesome. That's good to hear. Love these videos. Wish I could make more YouTube art enthusiast friends. Perhaps chats like these are a good place to look. I'm joining in and feeling rusty, but we got this. Yes, we got this. Is anyone else using watercolors? This is my palette, by the way. Very, very dirty. Well, I actually ended up cleaning the palette portion, so that's good. But usually it's filthy. Wait, are we in focus? Okay. Yeah, who else is using watercolors today? I'm so obsessed with your style and the way you paint. Thank you, Reem. Time to get my sketchbook out. Yes, it means hi in Turkish. Okay, so I remembered correctly. Merhaba. Yeah, fun fact, I actually visited Turkey back in 2016? No, 2015. That was 10 years ago. I visited Turkey 10 years ago. That's crazy. I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to go back. Okay. All right. I'm going to start. Okay. Maybe we start with the hair. Do we start with the hair? Do we start with the skin? I don't know where to begin. Okay, maybe I start with... I'm gonna start out by... blocking in the shadow shapes, because that's always a good point to start when you don't know where to start, I find. And yeah, I'm gonna start, okay, in the corner of the eye there. Ooh. Okay, it's gonna try to keep these. These are studies, you know, they don't have to be perfect. I'm gonna try to keep reminding myself that. And by the way, the sketchbook that I'm using is I believe it's Strathmore Mixed Media 500 series sketchbook. And it used to be like my favorite go-to sketchbook for doing watercolor sketches, but I don't know if they like changed the product. It behaves differently from the one I had before, and I really don't like it anymore, unfortunately. Okay, this is like a really big shadow shape on the cheek. I'm probably going to group the hair and the shadow shape together to keep it more simple. So yeah, I'm going into the shadow shapes first, because that will give us a good base for the portrait. But yeah, the reason why I don't like this sketchbook, at least the one I'm working on right now, it buckles a lot more than the previous one for some reason. Okay, so I'm going in with into the nose now. This really big shadow shape here. So I'm being mindful not to use too much water because this paper buckles a lot, and because I'm working pretty small, I don't want to have to wait a long time between like layers. So that is why I think I'll try to make this eye the one that's in focus. Because this one is in shadow. I don't think I'm being as loose as I would like, but maybe I'm still warming up. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the shadow under the lip, or under the mouth. And then under the chin. Which watercolor do you use? Well, I have a whole list of the watercolors that I typically use in the description. I pretty much use all the brands. I have a lot of Winsor & Newton because that's what I started with when I started painting in watercolor. Honestly, not super picky with my brands, especially when it comes to watercolor. I find most artist grade ones to be pretty good. It really just depends, because like certain brands have their own kind of quirks. I find Winsor & Newton ones to be a little difficult to re-wet or like, yeah, to activate, I guess. And I don't have a lot of Daniel Smith, but I do like the ones that I have. Yeah, I honestly have a lot of Winsor & Newton because that's just what I started out with. And, you know, watercolor paints are expensive, so I've just been managing with what I have, and I'll grab a few here and there by other brands, and I've pretty much enjoyed using all of them. Okay. And I do apologize if I miss questions or some of your comments, because when I'm drawing it is, or when I'm painting it is hard to look up to read them all, and I don't want them to get like too out of date. Hi Chris, I want to know when your shop may ship to China. I honestly looked into shipping to China, but it is extremely expensive. And the shipping option is not great in that it won't even confirm the delivery. So it'll be like $80 or something to ship a book, but it won't guarantee the delivery, which makes me nervous because if something goes missing, then I will have to refund the customer, and then I am out not only the product, the book, but the $80 that cost to ship the book. So that is why I don't offer I don't have a ton of shipping options right now available, unfortunately. But I'm hoping that may change in the future. Okay, so I think I'm like using a very minimal palette by accident because I'm being a little bit lazy with mixing colors. But maybe I try a little bit harder. Or maybe it's good to keep it more more minimal. Yeah, honestly, I resort to using a minimal palette by default because I'll be too lazy to mix colors. Should I leave this highlight white or is it too white? I feel like if I learned, or not learned, if I had the ability to ship to China at like an affordable price, that would open up a whole new market. But alas, they make it difficult here in Canada. Our shipping options are very limited. Okay, I don't love how the hair is turning out, but I'm gonna just keep things moving. It looks a little dark on the screen to me. I hope it's not too dark. I have to, right now what I'm doing, I am streaming using my iPhone 13 Pro and using OBS so I can put up images on the screen. But I had to download this like OBS for iPhone app to be able to use my iPhone as a streaming camera. But once I get more familiar and more comfortable with streaming, I hope to be able to invest in like a proper camera that I can use as the live streaming camera. So the camera situation isn't like ideal, but this is what we've got, and hopefully it's not too bad. I want to buy your books. I'm from India. Please let me know how. India is another the same situation with China. It would be too expensive to ship to at this time. You don't need a ton of colors to achieve good color harmony, Chris. A smaller palette is ideal. Yeah, that's true. You are one of the first artists that I really loved on Insta. I'm so glad you've continued with your art all these years. Oh, thank you so much, Sugar Bees. I definitely recognize your handle. Thank you so much for sticking with me all these years. Yeah. It's been a many years. Okay. All right, wait, no. Let me get this little shadow shape on the other side of the face. Here. Uh-oh. Ah. Gotta remember that it's not dry fully. And then I'm gonna kind of glaze over the nose. And this is like my favorite part in portrait painting. Right here, being able to paint out that highlight on the ball of the nose. Yep, that was my favorite part right there. Anyone else? Okay. And I'm gonna fill in the bottom lip. I think the camera is 10 out of 10. Oh, really? Okay, that's good to hear because I worry a little bit that the focus goes in and out and it makes it momentarily blurry at times, but that's really good to hear. Uh, I'm from Central America. Is the shipping good for this zone? I at this point in time I don't ship to Central America or South America. I really looked into shipping, particularly into Brazil because I know I have a lot of fans in Brazil, and I've had a lot of inquiries about shipping to Brazil, but it would literally be like $90 to ship to Brazil. And it's the same situation where they can't guarantee the delivery. And so there would be no way to really track the package. And if it goes missing, then I will feel, obligated to refund the customer. And then I am out $90 on top of the product that went missing. So it just would be a pretty big liability for my business at this point to ship to these countries, unfortunately. But hopefully one day I'll be able to. Do you have ebooks? That way people on the global south can buy them without worrying about shipping. It's not the same as a physical book, but it's better than nothing. That is a really good question. And I am going to be working on that for next month. That is something I'm going to be working on on releasing in March because I'm actually going on a trip in most of April and May. I'm going to visit Korea actually, and it'll be my first time in 12 years. So it's a big trip, and it's a long time to be away and not working, and not like selling books. And selling books right now is the biggest part of my business. So I needed to find other ways to like kind of keep the business running, and that is why I have a fire under my butt now to really put out PDF versions, digital versions of my books, both of my books. But I am going to be working on the portrait one first, I think. She's coming together nicely. Yay! Okay. I honestly think because we are keeping this simple, I think all I really have to do at this point is fill in the light, the part of the skin that is in the light. And that should be easy. That really should not be hard. And yeah, I'm keeping this area very light because it's light in value. It's in the light. And now, do we keep this? Do we move on from this, or do I go in a little bit and bring out a little bit more of the anatomy of the ear, for example? How long have we been going? Okay, 11:36. Have I spent 30 minutes on this already? Has it been 30 minutes already? I'm tempted to go in darker here, but I think I will leave it. I feel like that will open up like Pandora's box, and then I'll have to keep going. I think it looks like decent at this point. Though, does it... Should I try to like... No. I was like, should I try to indicate some of the hair texture? But no. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from this. Oh, wow. A dad who draws. Thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. Let's celebrate their first super... It's your first super chat on a live stream? Thank you so much. Wow. Oh, I really appreciate that. Sorry. So many comments. Your live stream is always very professional and organized. Oh, thank you. Well, I try to be a little bit prepared going in because that way I'm not floundering around so much. Hey Chris, does it bother you when your graphite sketches smudge transfer to the other page? I find it hard to keep a sketchbook because it drives me crazy. Yes, it does drive me absolutely crazy, Mariana. I don't know how I went many years and used graphite pencil in sketchbooks. I pretty much don't anymore because of that reason, and I switched to drawing in pens. Yeah. Okay, wait. So if everyone's done with this study, I'm going to move on to the next one. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next. All right. This one, actually, we can choose. Which one? Oh, this is like the same. I think this is the same model. Okay, actually, let's go back to that. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm gonna just like move it a little bit. And there we go. Can we see this? I'll make it a little bit bigger. Oh, by the way, if you are not using these reference photos and you want to use other reference photos, I put a link in my description box to this live stream to my public Pinterest board where I saved all of these like reference photos. So you should be able to find the ones from, if not the ones from the stream, then other ones you can study from. Okay. So this one. All right. By the way, I put binder clips on the corner to keep the page down, but I'm gonna move it so it's not in the way. Was you that said 30-second poses help with visual memory training? I'm not sure. 30-second, what I remember saying is that 30-second poses are very hard. I hope you bring a sketchbook to Korea with you, like one specifically for Korea. I have never done that, where I have a specific sketchbook for like a travel destination. That would be really cool, but when I am in travel mode, I am like go, 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 and not usually one to bust out the sketchbook because, you know, time is very precious and I want to see as many places as I possibly can within the time that I have. But I am going for quite a long time this time. So I did think about, I haven't done one in a little while, but I did think about doing my like cafe sketching kind of video, but in Korea, because the cafe culture in Korea is like on another level apparently. And so I thought it'd be really cool to explore some of the cafes in Korea while getting some work done. But I'd have to really assess when I get there if it is like a, you know, if it is kind of environment where I feel I can do that and like set up my camera and film. Like this one is a little bit hard because the head is like tilted. I don't know, it makes drawing it a little bit harder. But yeah, I need to find a way to somehow continue to work while I'm in Korea because I'm gone for over a month. And I'm a little bit anxious about that because I need to, you know, find a way to make money while I'm away. But, you know, the shop will be closed because I can't fulfill books while I'm away, and that's why I am going to put out the digital copies of the books. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to make a little bit of art here and there, but I deluded myself into thinking that I would be able to do that in Japan, but I was not. I brought my iPad and everything too, thinking that, oh, if I get a chance, I want to be able to draw whatever I felt inspired by in Japan. But I was so exhausted running around just trying to see everything. I was not able to do that. But again, my Korea trip is going to be longer. So I can probably travel at a more leisurely pace and maybe get some work done in between. I mean, ideally I do get some work done because it's a long time to be away from work. Okay, I don't know why this is so hard to draw for me right now. I mean, it is kind of hard to see, but maybe that means I don't have to worry too much about the drawing because it's gonna be in shadow anyway. Oh, I am so behind on the comments. I feel like a small, tiny sketchbook and literally can be scribbles. It's like a drawing diary. I know, but I struggle with that. I struggle to just like scribble. My scribbles don't look good. So I have to spend time to make it look decent. And that's how I feel anyway. Yeah, I really admire the artists that carry a little sketchbook around wherever they go and they, scribble, like you say, and it looks so good. I don't know how they do it. Maybe it doesn't even look good, but the fact that they actually do it, I really admire that. I've never been one to do that. What I used to do, and I do enjoy doing a lot, is like actual cafe sketching where you draw people live. But that's really nerve-wracking, especially in like a foreign country. Okay, is the drawing good enough? Is it good enough? Shall we move on? But yeah, I'm simultaneously feeling excited and very just like anxious about my Korea trip for a number of reasons. Okay, spending way too long on this drawing. Okay, we'll move on to the watercolor soon. Yeah, I end up getting maybe like 3 studies done when I travel, usually done early morning before girlfriend wakes up. 3 studies sounds like a lot. What are you talking about? That's a flex. Love sketching in graphite too, and to prevent it from smudging, I spray it down with a workable fix spray so it stops from smudging and lets me keep adding to the drawing if I want. I have been getting more into using the fixative spray, but I don't love it because it does leave like a weird texture on the sketchbook, and I tend to go back to my drawings often, and because sometimes I'll move on from a drawing if I struggle with it and it's not how I wanted it to be, but I'll move on from it. But then when I come back to it, I have like a fresher look and I will have improved maybe. So I find that I can usually come back to fix it. And that's probably why I don't like to fix my drawings for the most part, because I want the ability to come back to it, even though I think I really should just leave it. Oh, it looks stunning. Drawing is good. Okay, okay. Thank you. That's good. Honestly, when doing studies on location isn't a habit, it's really hard to just sit down and do it in a meaningful way. Yeah, I just feel like I'd get FOMO when I am sitting down for several hours and making art. I know I am probably experiencing another, it's a whole new experience to just sit down and make art and like be in that moment, in that like space, but I just feel, I don't know, I feel like I'd get FOMO and I'd want to be out and about and like wandering rather than sitting down and making art. Okay, I'm gonna adjust my camera so it's a little bit more straight on. Okay, so this one, I am going to carve. I'm gonna definitely work like negative shapes and then carve out the light, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna try to mix the right shade because it is quite dark. Actually, I have one already kind of pre-mixed here on my palette. I find when I paint darker skin tones in watercolor, I never go quite dark enough because watercolor dries quite a bit lighter than when you initially lay down. So I'm going to attempt to go quite dark to start, but it'll probably dry quite light. Okay, I'm gonna start with this eye. Okay. I think I'll make the shadow. Oh, that's quite strong. I think I just have to put this whole area in shadow. Okay. I'm a little nervous about this one, y'all. But I think this one will definitely need a second pass. I'm just gonna worry about carving out the shadow, the light, rather. And I'll have to go back in to bring out some of the details. Actually, this whole side of the face and the hair can pretty much be put into the same shape because the values are really similar. And the neck. make it a bit more blue to differentiate it from the skin. Actually, I'm seeing the vision here. I'm seeing it. Are you guys seeing the vision? I'm kind of tempted to leave a little bit of white for that earring. On the ear. Okay. Should I use the same blue on this side? Probably. But I want to make it slightly different. Yeah, I added a little bit of Naples yellow there. I don't know if that's necessary, honestly. I should just keep it simple, minimal. Where did the chat go? Did you start out with sketching with a certain method, Loomis method, or just practicing proportions? I find it interesting for people to draw a head and put a face on that fits. I was introduced to the Loomis method, I think, later on in my studies. I think what it is I think I just how did I learn how to draw the face? Yeah, I don't have a specific method like that, like using the Loomis method or whatever other methods there are out there. It's really just paying attention to proportions. Yeah, learning the skull. Sorry, I don't have an amazing answer for that. Okay, I kind of like this. I do like this. I'm gonna go into the lip now. Why my drawing becomes sucky when I flip it horizontally? Any ideas? Honestly, mine does too. I think it's normal to have some sort of bias like that. Yeah, so please don't go flipping my art now. But honestly, mine does too. Actually, what I do often is I'll keep a mirror at my desk when I draw, and I will hold up my drawing against the mirror, and then I'll try to fix any weirdness that way, because I do typically use traditional media, and so it's, I don't have the flip canvas tool at my disposal, so I gotta do what I gotta do, and I find that really helpful. And I try to look at the art flipped before I finalize anything. Should I go in and bring out the eye and the shadow a little bit? I kind of like how it's not that visible. I worry that I might make it too visible. So I'll start with the eyebrow, because I want the shadow to read, like I want the details in it to be lost. I would put some water behind her curls in some places so they fade into soft edges. That is not a bad idea. Warmer blue on the right. Exactly, that's kind of what I try to do a little bit, but I didn't want to like go too overboard. I've been getting really into Naples yellow with oil. Such a great color, yeah. Though it goes for days, so you have to be careful with it. Oh, like it takes a while for it to dry in oils. But yeah, I've been enjoying using Naples yellow in watercolor as well. It has a bit of like white gouache, I think, as the base. I've actually been enjoying using those less translucent, more kind of gouache-like watercolors, because I think it helps tone down the saturation. And sometimes I tend to go a little heavy on the saturation and then the colors become garish. So I've been really enjoying using the gouache watercolors for that purpose. You have the crisp method. It's I basically make an educated guess, and if that's the crisp method, then so be it. Chris, what's up? Damn, a live session too. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yes. We are live here. Hello. Honestly, I'm scared to go into the eye there. I kind of like how that eye looks right now. Yeah, I think I might leave the eye. But let's address the other parts of the picture now. And I kind of like how bright the light feels. Because in the photo reference, it is pretty blown out. Like there's like a really big discrepancy between the values in the shadow and the light. Like it looks pretty much white. Yeah, I want to try to maintain that. So I'll try to be careful going into the light part of the skin now. Because I don't want to have to adjust the shadows. Because we're trying to keep this pretty simple. hope you all have a great weekend from Fredericksburg. When you mix color, if you can sometimes tell us which colors you're mixing, I think I will learn a lot. That will be really hard to do, unfortunately, because yeah, that will be hard to do, but I'll try. I'll try. Okay, the nose. Maybe I should have kept that little white. I'm a little bit confused by the nose. A little bit confused. Actually, I'm gonna darken this a little bit. I don't know that I even remember all my paint's names. I'm really bad at that. But yeah, the blue that I'm using right now is ultramarine blue, Winsor Newton. I'm just darkening this corner of the hair. Yeah, this one's getting a bit more worked on. Okay, what should we do with this eye? Should I go in a little bit, bring it out a little bit? Or are we good to move on? I kind of like the simplicity of it. Actually, maybe. Maybe I'll going under the chin. I don't know, I feel like I'm risking overcomplicating it. Or is this too white? I should probably fill, yeah, it's too white. I think I'm gonna give it a value, but I'm gonna wait for the paint to dry a little bit so I don't mess up the shapes. Yeah. I like that it's very contrasty, but I think I'll give it a little bit of a value still. Okay. Such a pleasure to watch you do your jam on this lovely Saturday afternoon. Yay! I hope you are enjoying it and having a pleasant time. Chris, have you tried tracing paper when starting a drawing instead of squinting and putting your tracing paper over the drawing just to get the main shape? Squinting hurts my eyes. Tried tracing paper when starting a drawing? Oh, squinting and putting your tracing paper over the drawing. Squinting and putting your... I'm not sure what you mean. I may have missed the context, but I don't use tracing paper. I probably resort to squinting. What paper are you using? Do you prefer hot press, smooth paper, or more textured cold press? I think in general I prefer hot press. In illustrations, I definitely prefer hot press because it makes it easier to use color pencils over top, and I have been using color pencils over top of my illustrations, or over top of watercolors, so that's why I tend to use hot press. This sketchbook, if you have missed it, for those of you tuning in, it is the Strathmore 500 series mixed media sketchbook paper or sketchbook. I had a whole spiel about it earlier on in the stream. Sorry, taking a sip of water. Yeah, I had a whole spiel earlier about how I used to love it and it was my go-to, but I don't know if they changed the product. It just doesn't feel quite the same, this sketchbook that I have currently. But I will say, I ordered this one off Amazon as opposed to buying it directly at a like art store. So I'm wondering if, I don't know, is it possible that it could be a fake? All I can say is that it feels different. It definitely feels different. It behaves differently from the Strathmore 500 series mixed media sketchbook that I used to have, that I finished. Um, and yeah, that makes me sad because I really liked it. And this one buckles a little bit more, or a lot more. And it just feels really crinkly, you know? Like really crunchy. Darken the eye. Yeah, do the pupils and dark outline. Okay, maybe a hint of shadow with the other eye. The eyebrow stands out. Okay. I love ultramarine blue for its granulation, but if you ever want a non-granulating PB29, see, I don't know the pigments that are in these paints. I don't know. Like, how does anyone keep track of that stuff? Winsor & Newton's ultramarine green shade is absolutely stunning. Oh. Interesting. I have just like the regular ultramarine blue by Winsor & Newton. Okay, I am going in and darkening this eye a little bit now. The people have spoken. Okay. Yeah, I want to be subtle. Is that good enough? How long am I spending on these? I think definitely at least 30 minutes. Okay, it's just darkening the corners of the mouth. And the corner of this eye. Yeah, I think honestly we can probably move on from this one, yeah? Oh no, wait. I meant to go into the light part of the skin. Okay, let me do that. Let me do that. Okay. I ordered toilet paper on sale on Amazon once and it showed up and was miniature in size. Miniature toilet paper? I can't even. I didn't know that was a thing. That's so funny. Did it like actually work? Like, was it real toilet paper? What's miniature toilet? Like, who is that for? Miniature toilet paper? That is so funny. Okay. I feel like this area. Okay. I'm gonna darken this area a little bit. A little bit, a little bit. Because it just feels a little bit too flat, you know? Am I gonna regret this? There. I have to define the chin a little bit. I think I am ready to move on from this one. You can actually see the white reflection in the left eye in the shadow in your reference photo. Oh yeah. Yeah, but I want to group it in shadow, so I don't want to leave any white. And it's probably darker than it appears, actually. I hope it's not too off topic. Will you be offering Portrait Companion as an ebook in the future? Oh, it's not too off topic at all. I actually did mention earlier in the live stream that I am planning on turning it into a digital version. So yes, I am gonna be working on that for next month, actually. And it will probably be available on my Gumroad and maybe my online shop as well. But I will make a proper announcement when it's available. I'm imagining you getting tiny doll-sized toilet paper. You make me want to learn how to use watercolor. Great. I'm happy to hear that. I think under lip chin plane should be darker. Yes. Yes, but it was for like in the car or camping. The whole left side needs to go 2 shades darker now, or the entire painting will look flat. I think I'm pleased enough with this. I think if I were to go too dark, this will look too light, and then it will be a whole like dance of, adjusting values, and I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to keep these pretty simple. I am happy enough to move on from this, if you guys are. So let's look at our next image. So there's this one. There's this one, this one, this one, this one. I think I want to try this one. Next. Trust senpai. It's perfect either way. I mean, I'm sure I could do more work on it. I know that I could do more work on it, but I'm happy to move on. Ooh, Coco Coco Locos with the 729 AED. I have no idea what that is, but thank you so much. Let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. First super, wow, thank you so much. Wait, let me thumbs that up. Wait, let me heart that. Actually, let me heart. There was another one by a dad who draws. Oh no, it doesn't allow me to heart it anymore. Ah, thank you so much, Coco Locos, for the 729 AED. What's everyone's best guess as to what that is? Okay, I think we're gonna do this one now. Let me adjust the sketchbook and the camera. There's like this little speck of something on like in the paper, and it's bothering me. Hopefully it won't get too in the way of the next study here. I mean, it's a sketch too. Yes, these are. I gotta remind myself these are just loose studies, and I don't want to get too finicky with them if I can help it. Yeah, this is gonna bother me, but I must keep going. And in this one, I just liked how the whole, the eyes were in shadow. Okay, that one's getting too big. Coco Loco says in love with the way you color. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the super chat. That bloom over left eye looks so cool. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, maybe I do incorporate parts of the Loomis method, but it's definitely mostly a guessing game. Making corrections along the way. You know, over the years, I've definitely developed certain shorthands for blocking the features in. Like how I did this plane of the underneath the eyes here, the eye sockets. Yeah. Definitely got that from somewhere. still nervous. You know, I should just relax. This is just, we're studying, we're in good company. Okay, I think we can hide this little speck in the paper with the hair here. Good. What do you guys use to, what do you guys use for the underdrawing for watercolors? I often use pencil. I think pencil is my go-to. I know some people use colored pencils or yeah, I think it's mostly colored pencils actually. Yeah, that ear feels, is it the ear that's off or is it the chin that's off? Like, try to measure the distance between the bottom of the ear and the chin, and I feel like they're a little bit too far apart. It's possible that the ear is too high. Yeah, the ear should be more along the nose, right? In line with the nose, like that. Ooh. I really enjoy the way you block out the drawing. Well, I'm glad. I'm not enjoying it right now, but thank you. Sometimes it comes together a lot more easily and quickly, and sometimes everything feels just a little bit off. But I'm trying to keep it fairly minimal. Yeah, the back of the head is too big, eh? I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this one. It might be the angle of the head. Maybe I don't draw this angle very often. This like almost side profile view. It's just like a little bit more turned than a 3/4 view, you know? Okay. Maybe that's good enough. Maybe that's good enough. Typically I like the Strathmore 400 series paper. I never used the 500 one. I didn't realize it wasn't that great. Typically I love the 500 series mixed media paper, but again, I don't know if I got a bad batch or if they changed up their product. But the one that I am using right now, I got it a few years ago, I will say, and I got it off Amazon. So that might play a factor. I don't know. But it's definitely different from the one I had previous to this one, and I don't like it as much. It buckles a lot more. It doesn't need to be an exact replica. Exactly. I'm trying to keep that in mind. Will you be at Emerald City Comic Con this year? Unfortunately, I will not be. I did not apply. Yeah, I decided to. I'm actually trying to do less events this year. I'm hoping to get into more local events, but the local events don't seem to want me, unfortunately. I did apply to TCAF, but I've applied several for the last several years and haven't gotten into them, which is a bummer because, you know, I'm local. But yeah, hoping I can get in this year. We'll see. Uh, but the only other convention that I'm gonna try to apply for this year is Lightbox Expo, which I really should be on the lookout for the applications. Uh, I've been using colored pencils lately, but I used to use harder graphite pencils like 2H, 4H, no smudging. Oh, I see. I actually pretty much use HB pencils, I think. I don't mind when it smudges for watercolor. Too much? I think the neck is a little short. Okay. I use graphite for watercolor block-ins as well. I just spray it down with water and let it dry before painting so it fixes in and doesn't muddy my... Oh, I had no idea that you could do that. That you could spray water in it. I had no idea you could do that. That is a cool tip. Thank you for sharing. I think I do that sometimes inadvertently when I do like a light wash when I start out my watercolor illustrations. I did not know that though. I think companies are changing formulas for everything. I just bought some classic Oreos and the cream filling tasted different. Oh no, that's a bummer. My garbage of choice is Canon's mixed media paper. Hey, don't knock Canon's mixed media paper. It's not that bad actually. I have a Canon mixed media sketchbook that I use for my color thumbnails for my illustrations. Okay, I'm gonna start painting now because I feel like I've been dilly-dallying long enough. I don't want to jinx it, but I heard the beast stir, and by the beast I mean my cat, who I can kind of see out of the corner of my eye, and I am mildly concerned he might come pay a visit. Okay, I don't really know what colors to use. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna start out with the eye sockets. No, he's coming. No, it's not time yet for his cameo. No. I'm so sorry, you guys, but he is coming. He's on his way. Which probably means I should not start painting because that's going to be super distracting. No. Oh, he's here. He's on the table. Okay, should I block out the white of the eye? No, I just knocked it back down. I just put this whole side in shadow. No, he's here. See, my camera is like pretty zoomed in so you can't see, but let me zoom out. Let's see. Hello. No. Okay, we're gonna give him a moment and then we'll get back to painting. Hey, I didn't wake up your cat this time. He doesn't need my witchy vibes. Like, I suppose not. He came on his own accord. He has free will. Aww. Sleepy kitty. It's too early for your cameo, Oscar. The products might be changing due to the terrorists recently. I don't know about recently, because this sketchbook I got years ago now, but that is I can imagine that being a possibility as the tariffs make it much more expensive for companies to, source their, not ingredients, source their products. His little paws and alien face, love it. Yay, the star is here, yes. The star is here. This is what we all tuned in for, right? um, Aw, kitty, so cute. I love gray cats. Yes, he's a blue Russian. It really should be a gray Russian, but no. My little silver boy. Don't buy the Himi Jelly Gouache. 2 of my classmates bought it and had lots of trouble with it. I've been curious about it, but I don't think it would be good for finished illustrations, so I don't want to just buy it if I'm not going to use it for illustrations. But I'd be like curious to try it one day for fun. I always love how you show him in your videos. Well, the thing is, if I don't hold him like this, then you can't really see him because the camera is pretty like zoomed in and he's out of the frame. So I do it so you guys know that I'm not lying, that he's actually here and he is being a disturbance. Canon Mixed Media paper has horrific batch in 2020, 2021 that gave me trust issues. No, I didn't know. I've been using the same one since like 2017, so I guess I wouldn't know. It's so sad when companies change up their products, especially when this Strathmore sketchbook costs like $30. Actually, I think it costs more than $30. One day I'll have my own kitty. Every time I see Oscar, I'm like, I want my own baby. Aw, I hope that day comes for you one day, Anne-Marie. Dude, eventually my Himi gouache pissed me off. Like, I want gouache for its opacity, and it's just not good at that. Ah, okay, I see. Kiss his soft head. Well, I don't want... I'll have to kiss him off camera. It's still hard with better tools, but much easier. Man, I really want to try gouache again. Someone mentioned in the last stream if I use gouache anymore, and it kind of reminded me that I should pick up gouache again, like proper gouache, not acrylic gouache. So, and I used to use gouache often for my portrait studies. So I want to get back into doing that. So maybe next time, maybe on our next portrait study, we'll use gouache. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna try to, I'm like, consoling him, and then I'm going to try to release him now, so hopefully he won't bother us for the rest of the stream. Holbein gouache all the way, hands down the best. Okay, so question, is that like regular gouache, or is that acrylic gouache? Because I find acrylic gouache to be very different from actual gouache. So I can't really imagine using it the same way that I do gouache, but I don't have a ton of experience with acrylic gouache yet. Okay, oh my gosh, so much cat hair. Okay, I'm gonna bring the camera in again. It got so smudgy. Is Oscar a superhero or supervillain type of cat? He's definitely a villain. He's definitely a villain. He looks like a villain type of cat, doesn't he? Okay, I really don't know what color to use. I don't know. Why do I feel less confident with each one? Okay. Let's just go. Let's just do it. Yeah, So starting out with the eye socket area. So I should probably have put this whole eye in shadow, but I'm a little nervous. That looks so freaky right now. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna move on to the nose. I don't know if you can hear him chewing his kibble in the background. I don't know if the mic is picking that up. Okay, definitely feeling not too hot about this one so far. This one's hard. I don't know why, but this is reminding me of Attack on Titan. It just looks like those Titans. Does it remind anyone else of the Titans? It's freaky. Is anyone else studying with me and using the same image? I don't know, I just feel so lost with this one. Don't eat oils. I'm learning from you that it's okay to use vibrant colors mixing in the shadows, but choose a color that matches the skin tone in the photo for the main midtones on the face, and it all works. Oils are only dangerous if you use terp, are eating the paint, and have poor room circulation. Pigments like cadmium, for instance, are safe for artists to use, but just don't eat the paint and wear gloves. I'll do some of it now, perhaps. Right, let me zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know why this one's making me so nervous. But I feel like I've said that for all of them pretty much. So I should just get over it and keep on trucking on. Maybe I need to paint the whole like skull. Yeah, I think the pale colors here are a little bit tricky. Okay. Now that's too yellow, but oh, and that's too green. Oh, he's coming again. No! Honey, I need to focus. Not now. He's right here. Honey, no. You're being a nuisance. Honey, mommy's trying to paint. Okay, I can't. I can't move. Okay, goodbye. I'll see you later. We can hear him purring. Aww. Okay. Sorry about the kitty distractions. I know it's exciting when he shows up, but it is still distracting. Yeah, my colors on this one, all over the place. I've definitely just given up on keeping it limited. Because I don't even remember what colors I used. After a certain point, the colors all just get mixed up on my palette. So, yeah. Ah! That's too red. That's too red. Ugh, and he's using the litter box right now. Like, do you have to do that right now? I'm annoyed because the litter box is not that like far away from where I'm sitting, and yeah. I love watching your ASMR videos. Oh, really? I should definitely do more of those. They are easier to film, I gotta say. Doing a voiceover is not only difficult, but it's quite time consuming to edit it. So that's good to know, because I'll definitely do more. Yeah, this one's looking so freaky. Oh, I'm already over this one. Let's just... finish it, if I can help it, and move on. Okay, so I really want this blonde little strand of hair to stand out. So I gotta be careful to paint around it. Like so. Yeah, this one feels a little too disjointed for me. I think I left too many blank shapes and didn't group them well enough. So it just feels a little disjointed and the colors are all over the place, and the values are not quite there. Okay, let's fill in the rest of the hair. There's like this kind of darker, warmer patch up near the crown. That I want to get. Yeah, I'll have to be really careful when painting in the light part of the hair because it's so light. Maybe I'll basically keep it the white of the paper. Maybe I'll try to show a little bit of the texture. No. No, he's coming back. The beast is coming back. Honey, this is a really stressful time. You're welcome to visit at the end, but not right now. Okay, perhaps pushing that top left crescent of the head to some warmth. Top left crescent. Yeah, I think this area will be more warm, and then this area will be cooler. Don't overshadow it too much. I think once you darken the eyeball, it will give a nice depth effect. Yeah, the eyeball is too light right now. There's a lot of white on the page right now that I haven't filled in yet. That could be a little bit distracting in terms of the values. Sorry, I have to get Oscar off the table again. Ah! Okay, we're good. Okay, have faith, everyone. I see the finish line here. I do. It may not be my favorite of the studies, but it's on its way. So yeah, right now I'm trying to show the texture of the hair a little bit by drawing in the shadowy areas. I will say I like the colors in the hair. Yeah, that's the best thing that this has going for it right now. So yeah, I'm just trying to pick out some of those little shapes in the hair to give us that texture. A little bit on this piece as well. Yeah, I don't know why that area is so light. Gotta knock this down. Gosh, cat hair everywhere. Cat hair everywhere. Oscar chaotic energy for reals though. If you were in Quebec, I would babysit your cat while you're streaming and watch the stream. That would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, if I had a separate studio, I would just lock the door to my studio, but unfortunately we exist in the same space. Yeah, I have issues with the Canson mixed media sketchbook. Oh, it's the Canson. I feel like I kept calling it Canon, but it is Canson. He's back! No! Okay. Has anyone tried to make a paintbrush out of cat hair? Ooh. I can't imagine that being any good. My cat's hair would be too fragile to be a paintbrush. It'd be way too soft. Okay, wait. Yeah, I apologize for the bit of chaotic energy. I was really hoping he would visit towards the end of the stream, but we did not get lucky today. No, he decided to grace us during the stream. With his benevolence. Yeah, this one's getting... Okay. I don't know, my stomach is crying for food. Okay, I'm gonna film the hair now. Actually, yeah. It's basically just like extremely diluted yellow. I feel like it actually should have been a bit cooler of a color. Okay. I don't care. Let's just move on. I mean, I like the colors. Okay, wait. Yeah, I gotta keep working on the eye. Because the eye is a little bit too bright at this point. And that's just too bright, you know? It's not bad, but it's not my favorite. It's definitely not my favorite. This one was hard. Did anyone else struggle with this one? I have a really noisy dog and he's always interacting with me while I am drawing. Like he's trying to talk to you. Usually my cat is pretty good during the day. It's actually he'll bother me a lot at night. Because usually at night I'm on the couch like in the evening, but lately I've been working in the evenings too, and he really doesn't like when I am not operating according to his schedule. So he gets weirded out when I am like not on the couch in the evening, or if I'm going to bed later than I usually do. When anything feels a little bit off schedule, he gets like visibly irate, and he'll meow at me and just like get in my face. Which is really funny. I kind of think of him as like a border collie herding sheep, and I'm the sheep in this case, or in this analogy. Okay. I'm gonna bring out the nostril. But I think I have to just accept that no amount of detail is going to make this better. I think I just have to move on. I don't know what it is. I mean, I can probably tell if I like took a moment and assessed, but because I'm streaming, it's a little hard, I find, to take that moment. You know? Yeah. It's okay. It's whatever. Actually, maybe I bring out the cheek a little bit, because she's like smiling and it's pushing the cheek up, and maybe that will, maybe, I don't know, maybe that will make this picture better. Actually, I don't think it looks that bad. I think I am being a little bit too hard on myself. I don't think it looks as bad as I think it does. Yeah, I like that. I'm really looking forward to eating lunch when I'm done. Actually, yeah. I think I might want to leave it there. It's a little patchy, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try to I want to raise the corner of the mouth a little bit, but I also just want to move on. I'm experiencing all the emotions right now. I do want to make this little hair piece pop a bit more. Maybe like that. Okay, maybe I move on from this one. I spent enough time on this. I'll catch up on some of the chat. Heard the Talon's art creation sketchbook was pretty good. I don't know if it can take watercolor gouache oil paint. Haven't seen enough reviews in that regard. Talon's art creation, I have not heard of that one actually. Amazing how such a light wash to eliminate pure white makes everything easier on the eyes. Yeah, I have a tendency to leave a lot of white shapes in watercolor because I'm not really, I guess I don't know. I should see the whole thing as a big shape, but sometimes I do get distracted by like, oh, I want to bring out this cheek, and oh, I want to bring out this little smaller area in the anatomy, but I should focus on seeing it as the overall big shape, because that's what kind of happened with this one. I had too many little white shapes left behind, and it was distracting from the main value statement. But I think it came together in the end somewhat. It's not the strongest of the bunch, but yeah, I think it looks all right, and I dig the colors, especially in the hair. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Yeah, actually, I think I'd be down to do this one now. And I think this will be my last one of the day. Had a question, what makes you decide to include self-doodles in your videos and when not to? For example, your recent video had self-doodle, but not all do. That little, as you call the self-doodle, it's like a little, it's not animated. They're like keyframe drawings basically of an animation. I like to include them when there's a lot of talking and there's not much happening on the screen. So it gives people something to look at. And yeah, I like to use them because I think it's really cute. Oh, Oscar is looking up at me from below. Oh, actually he's moved over there now. He's such a menace. Okay, this one I'm gonna make a little bit bigger. Yeah, I think I failed a little bit today in that I wasn't able to keep these as loose as I wanted to. Yeah. As I suspected, watercolor is hard, especially on a live stream. But yeah, I like to add those little self-caricature drawings just when there's a lot of talking and not much is happening on the screen. Because I don't do talking head shots where I am on the screen. I actually saw a comment from somebody on a much older video. They sounded very annoyed that I move my hands around in the screen. And they were like, you should show your face. You're a coward for not showing your face, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but I just thought that was funny. The level of entitlement that some people have over like making certain demands like that. Like, have you stopped to think that maybe I did not want my face on the screen? I recognize those cute animations are from her Skillshare classes. Yes, I use them in my Skillshare classes because I didn't want to do the talking head shots. Oh, the lead is getting a little scratchy. Yes, I really love when you include the keyframes. Oh, that's so good to hear. And that's funny because there's really only like 4 or 5 drawings in that, so it can feel very repetitive because it's very same. It's just I'm flipping between just like a handful of drawings, but that's really good to hear that even though it is repetitive, that you enjoy seeing them. Yeah, I think they're really cute. If I had more time and energy, I would do more. Actually, maybe in the future, I should invest the time and make new ones, like more elaborate ones, for those times when I want to do a talking head kind of a video where not much is happening on the screen. It's just like good filler, you know? Because it's hard to film like B-roll for everything. Teach us your ways, queen. I'm trying. By the way, have you heard of Emily Hughes? I really love her works too. Yes, I have. She does a lot of portraits as well, right? Yeah, her work is great. Um, I can't believe someone said something like that. LMAO, what the hell? Some people become brave only behind a screen. That's actually pretty coward of themselves. Yeah, I get all kinds of comments. And though I have been doing this for a while, sometimes they still surprise me. Sometimes they still surprise me. I should probably include the hand, right? Ugh, I wanted to get away with not including the hand. But I probably should. Well, I'm happy to report that the beast has gone back to his little bed. So I think we'll finally have an undisturbed little painting session for our last study here. I hope everyone's been enjoying the stream so far. I'm sorry I haven't been able to check everyone's comments. I will read through them all once I'm done. Yeah, I make sure to go back to read them. Though I may not be able to respond like in real time. I want to see what everyone's been getting up to. Okay, I'm really struggling to draw these thingies. Okay, that's probably good enough. I erase this line. Okay. Ready to paint. Have you tried acrylic markers before? The Art X1 seems to be really popular these days. I have used... I don't have that much experience, but Ohuhu sent me a thing of... I think they're acrylic paint markers. Oh, wait. They might be water-based. I'm not confident, but they are paint markers. And though I have limited experience using it, it was interesting and it was fun. I can't imagine myself using it really on finished illustrations, but I would be open to using them for sketches. I think they'd be really fun for, sketches. Love your art, going to sit back and enjoy. Nice. I hope you do that. Yoshi supremacy. Oh my god, love your smooth coloring. It's so cute. Smooth coloring. Is my coloring smooth? Thank you. Mad love, just to see you move those money makers Bonnie, Bonnie Les, you're. I'm like, where is this comment going? I was a little bit scared to finish, but oh, that's so funny. Yes, you acrylic markers, please. I'm literally organizing and searching Ohu markers that just got delivered now. Oh, that sounds fun. Okay, should I start with the hat? No. Let's leave the hat till later. Oh, I hope I get more comfortable doing these studies on stream. I feel that I am still very nervous. And I don't know what color to use. Yeah, I don't know what colors to use. Uh-oh. I'm hungry. No, maybe I should start with the shadows. Yeah. On the nose, that's like the strongest kind of shadow I see. Speaking of that comment about hands, they were like, what did they say? I need to dig it up, but it was just so funny. They're like, oh, I might have to leave if you keep doing that. I didn't respond. Did you do anything on Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day? That was last Friday, right? I think I was just home, being all cozy. Cozy with my kitty. Oh, SCAR. Yeah, I don't think I did anything particularly Valentine's-y, though I did have a Galentine's dinner with my gal pals on Saturday. That was really lovely. And then we hung out at my friend's place until the wee hours of the night, so that was really fun. Yeah, so this one, I'm kind of jumping all over the place too, so I do worry I might end up with the same issue as I did on the last one, but sometimes that's just how I like to paint, you know? I like to live on the wild side. Painting kind of more like little mosaics, and then I will try to connect the shapes after the fact, but it does make it a little bit harder. And the risk is things look a bit disjointed. But it is fun to paint like this. Yeah, at this point I'm just using whatever color I can grab on my palette. There's no organization of colors here. Oh no, my stomach. I don't know if you guys can hear that. She's popping off right now. And when I paint like this, like very mosaically, just like piece by piece, I find that it always looks good from like in the beginning, in the early stages, but then it starts to kind of fall apart. So right now is when it is looking kind of good. But don't let that fool you. It might start to fall apart real soon. Just you wait. But I like to paint this way because I feel a little bit more in control of the colors that I'm laying down. And you can see the individual colors more, like you can identify the colors a bit better. I think I heard your stomach. Oh no! Oh man. Uh-oh. It's going crazy right now. Damn it. Well, this is our last one. So just gotta hang in there. Good paper pre-wetting, stretching, and a paper towel on the backside around the time you would let it layer dry. Oh, how do you keep paper from warping when it's wet? Using high quality paper, honestly, using anything 140 pounds or more in thickness. Can you show us your mixing palette? Is it porcelain? Do you clean it regularly or make use of the dry paint? This is the palette that I'm using. It is porcelain, and I just like squeeze out all the paints that I use. As you can see, it is not very clean, but I did clean this, like the palette portion, before I started painting. But yeah, the actual paint pan part, I don't think I ever clean. I just keep adding paint when it runs out. Hey Chris, how are you? Love from India. Hello, Monty. I am good. I'm a little hungry. getting a little hungry, but try to hang in there for the last study of today's stream. I hope you're doing well. I hope you guys are all doing well on this Saturday/Sunday, depending on where you are. I feel like I gotta keep talking so you don't hear my stomach, because it is unstoppable right now. I need to eat soon. Okay, I think now I'll move on to the hair. Yeah. No. Okay, I gotta keep talking. You wait. Go grab some snacks if you need to. Oh, I would, but I feel like I gotta finish this first. You should believe in yourself more. Your art looks awesome. Aw, thank you so much. Your watercolor paintings always look incredible, though. Aw. I don't know about the earlier studies I've done today, but hopefully this one redeems the rest of them. The paper towel method works on completely wet, inappropriate paper. Making me want to break out the brushes myself. I've been mostly focused on work, so it's been all digital for months. Oh man, I miss real paints. I would too. I definitely prefer to paint traditionally than digitally. Seeing the darkest values being placed and start defining stronger shapes is always very satisfying for me. Yeah. The putting the shadow of the hair down, it is pretty satisfying. I'm a little bit worried going to the light part of the skin. I feel like that's when everything will fall apart and the value statement will be lost. But hopefully I can wrangle it in. I've been trying to teach myself how to draw for nearly a year now, and your work inspires me so much. Greetings from Brazil. Hello. Obrigado. Or obrigada? Ah, my stomach! This is embarrassing. Why is it going so hard? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I had breakfast too. Do y'all have breakfast? Or are you one of those weird can't eat in the morning types? I've never understood that. I cannot skip breakfast ever. I have to have breakfast. I wake up starving. Today I had cereal. I've been having cereal lately because it's easier. I don't do anything elaborate most of the time. Depends. To be honest, sometimes I have oats. Not, I'm not the biggest fan of like granola or oatmeal for breakfast. But I think I wish I was. I feel like it'd be pretty easy to have as a breakfast option, but I'm not a big, yeah, granola type of person. Okay, maybe we do move on to the hat. I wanted to leave it till later, but I'm afraid to go in with a face now because I think some elements are still wet. So let's go in with the hat. And the hat I really want, because of the fuzzy texture, I think I really should do kind of a wet on wet. So let me just like wet that whole area. OSCAR not even offering a bite of his food. He's definitely a wee villain. Are you English? Cause that's how I read. That's how I read your comment. Actually, it really bothers me that my cat is really picky with his food. I wish he would just gobble up his wet food, but I end up wasting like most of it because he won't eat it. He's such a snob. And I give him good food too. Okay, what color is this gonna be? Oh, is that too dark? Should I have started out with the lighter color? I don't know. Y'all, I don't know what I'm doing, okay? I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I should have kept the orange. Yeah, I want you guys to know that I truly don't know what I'm doing most of the time. And it's all trial by fire. I think most of the time that I'm working on an illustration, it's really just me trying to fix what I've done. Like 90% of the process is just fixing and getting better at fixing. Or like getting more creative with the problem solving. If that could dry exactly as it is now, honestly, I would like that, but I know that it won't. So don't get too used to this. But it does look kind of cool. Oh my gosh, Coco Locos with the 36.99 AED with the laughing Shiba. Thank you so much, Coco Locos. Looks good. I'm glad to hear that. Again, have we figured out what AED is? Because I don't have the faintest idea what AED is. Where are you from? If you don't mind me asking. But yeah, the hat looks cool right now. I wish it would stay like this. But I don't think it will. I don't think it will. Maybe I should have drawn the other ones bigger, because I feel like this is slightly bigger than the other studies I've done, and it feels easier. That block in the top left is perfect. Yeah, let that dry. Awesome. Ooh, the hat looks actually fuzzy. I know, doesn't it? It looks fuzzy right now. Oh man, I really wish it would dry like this, exactly like this. Um, how dare you? English indeed, really? That's so fun. Um, push and pull like sculpting, color variation so good. Agreed, goes hard, yay! Arab Emirate Dirham from you. Oh, I see, I see. Wow, okay. Arab Emirates. I don't know why I can't say that. Arab Emirates. United Arab Emirates. Dubai. Oh, awesome. Oh my gosh, speaking of Dubai, I've been so curious about trying the Dubai chocolates. I haven't tried yet because I heard it's really expensive slash hard to get. So I've actually been watching a lot of videos on how to make it, and it seems kind of easy to make. Should I go with the sweater, or should I? Okay, I should probably go. Okay, the face or the sweater? Face or the sweater? Ugh. Ugh. I don't know. Okay, okay. Promising. But yeah, I heard that the key component in Dubai chocolate, which is like this stringy pastry, I think it's called kunafe or something like that. I heard that's pretty hard to find or pretty hard to source. Probably due to the Dubai chocolate craze. So I don't know if I'll be able to find it where I am, but I would rather try to make it than pay like hundreds of dollars for it. Ooh, I'm actually really liking this so far. Dare I say? Dare I jinx myself? Uh, Hi from Ohio. Hello. Anton from Ohio. You talked about chocolate. I want to eat chocolate. Hello, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy you're here, Mokiris. I that's like me calling you an American. Oh, is it? Wait, what type of paper do you guys prefer for sketches, cold press or hot press? For sketches? Like watercolor sketches or just like sketching in general? Definitely smoother paper for me. So I would say hot press. I kind of like how unfinished it is actually. I wish I could leave it like this. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the sweater now because I'm stalling on the face. Oh, so much cat hair. Ugh. Bring out a little bit of the sweater texture while I'm at it. It's good, but to be honest, they made it like a big deal out of it. There's Dubai chocolate Dunkin' Donuts now, which to be fair doesn't sound appetizing. Dubai chocolate. Oh wow, yeah. I watched a lot of. This is maybe news to some, but I watch a lot of mukbang content, and um, there seems to be a lot of yeah, Dubai chocolate kind of fusion food out there now. And I admit that I'm curious to try them myself. I'm dying to try hot press since forever, but I rarely see it in art stores in my country and online. It seems to be more expensive. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that hot press was less available in some places. Prescott from Malawi. Love your art. Thank you so much, Prescott. Happy you're here. Greetings from Dominican Republic. Love you. Oh, hello, hello. I'm from Belgium in Europe. Ooh. Hello. I would love to visit one day. Because I hear they have good chocolate. Okay. Okay. I gotta stop stalling. I gotta keep moving here. But I think I'll go in with the hand first. Should I paint in all the hand and then define the nails? Yeah, I don't know. Ugh. That was a little stronger than I would have liked. Yeah, I think I'll define the nails later. That might be good enough for a sketch for now. All right. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna paint in the forehead actually. Gotta mix up my colors first. Yeah, whenever you're painting a larger area, it's helpful to have all of your colors mixed, so you're not mixing colors like in between filling out an area, because that way you might end up with unwanted edges. Okay, so we're going in now. Hopefully I can keep my brush moving. I'm going in and filling out the forehead area. And then maybe I'll Yeah, maybe I'll do a nose. Leaving that little highlight on the ball of the nose. As you know, that is my favorite part. Yeah. The shadow side doesn't look as dark now because I filled in the light side, so maybe I go in a little bit to reinforce the shadows. That was pretty good. That didn't take much. Let me zoom in on this one a little bit more. There. So you can see all the details. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is paint in the light part of the sweater. This is gonna be really pale. I wouldn't support products from UAE because well, Dubai chocolate, I think Dubai chocolate is just a term now. It doesn't necessarily mean it's from Dubai. This one looks like a cool fashion illustration, like Renee Grau or someone. Did you by chance watch Stephanie Sue's mukbang? Stephanie Sue? I don't think so. I think watercolors are a medium in which going cheap on the materials has a greater effect than going cheap on other mediums. Yeah, I think it definitely does not hurt to have good quality paper, that's for sure. Yeah, if paper starts buckling on you while you're working, that's not fun. Okay. Bringing out a little definition in the fingers. I don't know if you'll be able to see, it's so small. Chris, you're so good at this. I always struggle with simplifying noses. I'm either making them too simple or too realistic. It's difficult to find a middle ground on that. Noses. I find noses look best when they are very simplified, in watercolor anyway. So I tend to keep them pretty simple. But thank you. Yeah, I just I find it easy when you can identify the shadow shape and you establish a shadow shape, and then you know the value of the rest of the nose is going to have to be lighter than the shadow shape, you know? That's how I approach it, I think. Okay, went a little bit too dark there. And too blue. Why did I go so blue? All right, enough stalling now. Let's fill in the rest of the face. Probably said that like 20 minutes ago. Where should we start? Where should we start? Yeah, my worry is that it'll just kind of, because I really like how it looks now, you know, but things may start to fall apart once I go in. What if it looks really disjointed? Okay. We're almost there. We're almost there. The understanding of color value is the most important thing to achieve such an amazing watercolor result. Yeah, values are so important. And being able to simplify and group like value shapes together is definitely key to a strong watercolor painting, at least in my opinion. Too dark, too dark. But I'm loving all the little shapes that I'm seeing in this one. Little shapes of colors. Okay. I'm gonna try to leave this little highlight on the cheek here. But fill in the rest. Because the danger is to try to leave too many highlights, and that takes away from that takes away from the main highlight, because it, again, the white of the paper can be really distracting. Now, is that too similar to the color of the sweater? I might have to change the color of the sweater. Yeah, I might have to change that when we're done with the skin. It's clashing a little bit. Well, I like how the hat dried. I really like the texture there. That worked surprisingly well. I'm glad I didn't go in and fuss with it too much, you know? See, that's what I'm trying to get better at with watercolors. It's just like letting watercolor actually do its thing. And I so often don't do that, especially in my personal finished illustrations, because I'm constantly just going over all of my marks over and over again. So I want to figure out a way to just let things be. I don't know. I don't know if that means I just need more practice or I need to approach it differently. I don't know. I haven't cracked that one yet. I think partly I could use to just leave things be sometimes. I think I have gotten a little bit too tight with my rendering, and I feel the need to polish things a little bit too more than is necessary. Okay, so like this, it's looking a little bit, as I feared, it is looking a little bit like we need to reinforce some areas because the darks are not reading as dark anymore, you know? And having that eye pop kind of helps. But at the same time, I don't want to go overboard because I think it looks pretty good actually. And considering it's so small, I think I can you know, I don't think I feel the need to detail it out or anything like that. I think the point is coming across relatively okay. I think I still want to, I think I want to darken the hair a little bit more, and I want to include the little shadow of the hair that's been cast on the face. I'll do that maybe as like my last mark that I make. And I'm wondering if I should change the color of the sweater because it's clashing with the skin. How long do these streams last? Well, I always go in thinking I'll stream for 2 hours, but it always ends up being more than 3. We've just hit the 3-hour mark now, but I am pretty much almost done with this, so it won't be too much longer. But those are like famous last words. I always say that and then go on for another hours. But I think today I will finish off in about 10 minutes or so. I think it kept its fuzziness once dry, which is nice. Yeah, I really like how it dried. Like this kind of mark, these kind of marks, it would be really hard to create naturally without making it look overworked. So I love that this is how it dried, like naturally. Leave that hat alone, Chris. I'm your inner voice. Yes, I will leave it alone. Are you actually live or pre-recording? I am live, Ray. I am here. Keep sweater same color, darken entire face. Oh, I feel like at this point, I'm a little bit too scared to do that, but I can see why you're saying that. I can see why. Um, maybe I don't know. I don't know. Actually, kind of, I feel like I don't like this strong edge. I don't know. I, I don't want to do too much to it. I think it's good enough. But I will darken the hair overall. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Getting a little bit too dark there. Hmm. The face is fine though. The sleeve. Color pencils will save it. I am not bringing color pencils into this. That would take it over the 4-hour mark in the stream. And we're just using watercolor today. Actually, usually when it comes to studies, when I use watercolor, I keep it just watercolor. I don't actually bring in the color pencils. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe I add in that little shadow now on the going across the cheek a little bit. Like that. Maybe. Do I leave it? Am I done? Or do I keep going? Maybe add a purple hue to the sleeve. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I worry going in with a face now, it's just going to mean more work for me and it's gonna mess things up. So I'm a little bit too scaredy cat to go into the face now. So if I were to do anything, it would have to be the sleeve. I think it would be the easier route, even though I think the sweater looks good. Or do we just leave it and call it a day? Yeah, I think I might also just leave it. I think it looks fine. What do you guys think? Just went, made a cup of tea, came back with fresh eyes, and this one is sunny. Oh, yay! Happy to hear that. Yeah, definitely spent longer on this one, I think. Honestly, the hat. It's the hat. Yeah, the hat came out well. Okay, maybe the fingers look a little lost. So I gotta make sure the fingies look good. Or at least like fingies. I feel like it's getting overworked. Ah. Should have walked away. Should have walked away. You guys try to warn me. Okay. I think I can live with the fact that the sweater color is a little bit similar with the skin, because really it is. You know, when you look at the reference, I think I can live with it. Can you guys live with it? Maybe I try to add a little bit more sweater texture. Maybe. Like that. Yeah, that's a sweater. Yeah. Like that. Okay. Yeah, I think that helped. I'm pretty happy with it. What about you guys? Are we done? Yes. Yes. I believe we are. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think she looks pretty good. Flip upside down. It's gorgeous. Oh. Don't forget to rest. It's better, I think, to let it go. Yeah, you're right. Wise words, Anita. She is beautiful. Thank you. How pretty. The hardest part is putting the brush down. Honestly, I think so. One thing about me, I'm gonna mess up the hands. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether I wanted to include it, but now that you mentioned the hands, I keep looking at it and I'm like, oh, it doesn't look done. This is why I should have left it out. I should have left it out. What was I thinking? Drawing in the hand. How could you guys let me draw in the hand? Actually, that looks good. Yeah? Looks better, right? Give her a neck. You're joking, right? felt that, like at the hat, there's a frame of light brown surrounding a darker brown rectangular block. If you just block in that rectangle, like that, there's a frame of light brown surrounding the rectangular block. If you just block that rectangle, it will help. Oh, like the hat. I think I'm a little bit too scared to mess with the hat because I just really like the hat a lot right now. Quick question, but in most of your illustration work, what type of watercolor paper are you using, cold press or hot press? In most of them, I am using hot press because I use colored pencils in my illustrations and it's easier to not have that bumpy texture that comes with the cold press. But I am considering using more cold press going forward because a lot of people say cold press is easier, and I will agree. I think cold press is more forgiving when you are using watercolors. So maybe I will pick it up again and see if I can get away with using cold press and use color pencils at the same time, but I haven't tested it out yet. No, your hands look great. Okay, awesome. Bye. Bye. The hands look good. Okay, great. It was so cool to see your process is so good. You did the model justice. Awesome. Happy to hear that. Okay, so I think I am done with this study. I'll zoom out so we can see the other studies from today. Isn't it so funny how, like, in comparison, this looks so unfinished now. And I knew I could go in and do more on that one, but I just didn't. They progressively get more detailed. But yeah, oh, I forgot that this photo was in the way. I'm gonna get rid of it. Yeah, so this was our first watercolor study session for the stream. I think I would definitely, I wish I could go back and keep working on some of these more. This is not my most favorite one. I definitely struggled with this one for whatever reason. I think I think I was not seeing the overall shadow shapes, and I just started I just jumped around the portrait a little bit too much on this one, so it just doesn't feel quite as cohesive, and it looks a little patchy. But I'm relatively pleased with our with my first watercolor stream, because watercolor is not easy. Thank you for inspiring me. Followed along and did 3 of the 4 portraits. Awesome. That's so awesome to hear. I hope you had fun and learned something along the way. Love the bright orange, even if you think it's unfinished. Yeah, you know what? If like we look at it in isolation, I think it's really striking. But against the rest, it does look a little bit out of place. They all turned out beautiful. Thank you. That's crazy. That's my favorite. Oh, so it went downhill for you for the rest of the stream. I see what you're saying. Same. Oh, you too, alligator. I see what you guys are saying. I came in too late, but we'll definitely rewatch. These are awesome. Yay. Yeah, well, I will definitely upload, or I don't actually do anything. YouTube does it automatically, but the replay will be uploaded after the stream is over. So before I let you guys go, I just wanted to share a little sneak peek of my next illustration. It's the illustration that I'm currently working on now. So did you guys want to see that? It is, I want to preface by saying that it's still in its ugly stages. So it looks a little rough right now, and it needs a ton more work, but I am really excited about it, and I hope that I can actually bring it to a finish. But yeah, it's gonna take a lot of work. Yes, a sneak peek. Yeah, would you guys like to see this little sneak peek? I think it'd be fun to do these little sneak peeks in the live streams. Because I wanna give you guys a little treat for tuning in. And it's like a little secret, Easter egg that only you guys know, right? Yes, yes. Okay. I'm gonna pull it up now. And let me zoom out a little bit because it's pretty big. So again, as a reminder, I will say it's kind of in an ugly stage. So, yeah, bear that in mind, but here it is. I'm really excited about it. It's, right now, as it stands, this is all watercolor. Yeah, I haven't brought other mediums into it yet. Girl, that's beautiful. What do you mean? Thank you. So colorful. Yeah, it is quite colorful. I think I need to reel back a little bit on the saturation in certain areas. But right now I'm kind of in the building up the value stage. Oh my god, love it. Love it already. Yay! Spring colors. Ah, yeah. Yeah, the like warm green. I really wanted a warm green kind of a picture. Oh my god, you're amazing. This is honestly beautiful. Oh, thank you guys. Okay, you guys are giving me a lot of courage to move forward with this piece because yeah, I like right now I just hit the ugly stage where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I just keep going further. I feel like I might overwork certain areas. What I feel like I have to do is bring down the value of the background area here. But I'm a little bit scared that if I do that, it's gonna mean that I go darker in with the character, but I kind of like where the character is now. So it just needs a lot of adjusting of values at this point, and I'm scared that it's gonna look really overworked because I'm using watercolor right now, and I've already gone in with one or two layers, but I am determined to finish it one way or another. If that means having to bring in acrylic or gouache or color pencils, then so be it. Because I really like the drawing. I worked really hard on the drawing. I'll show you the color comp actually. The color comp is a little bit, I have a traditional color comp and then I did a digital color comp, and I am referencing more of the digital color comp. Which I can't really show right now, but I will show in the video if I end up finishing this. But here's the like traditional color comp. It's really very rough, but you can kind of see the idea. Where I want the brightest parts to be in the carousel and the moon, and then the character is more backlit. So it's very rough. Actually, the digital comp is way better, and that's why I'm referencing it. But yeah, I really wanted this kind of warm green toned illustration because, I just look across my other illustrations and I don't think I have like a predominantly warm green toned illustration. So that is honestly why I went with that color scheme. And I think it definitely has like a magical feeling because it's not a color you associate with like a dark night theme. I'm always fascinated seeing behind the scenes. Can't wait to see it finish. Can't wait to see the final result. Already love it. Yay! I love it so much. So inspiring. I'm so glad to hear that. I love carousels. The background is amazing. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy that you guys are so excited. Actually, I can show you the drawing. One moment. So this is, if you want to see behind the scenes, this is really behind the scenes. But this is the drawing. As you can see, it is obviously opposite. It's like mirrored. But this is how I transfer my drawings onto the painting surface. I printed this out because I did the drawing digitally and I mirrored the image. And then I drew over the lines in graphite. And then I flip it. I flip it like this. And then I take like a boning folder. And then I go and apply pressure. And that's how I transfer the drawing. So I will go into, I'll like explain it further in the illustration video if I ever end up finishing this illustration. But yeah, isn't this interesting? I don't know why, but I have rewrite the stars in my head while seeing this illustration in progress. Oh, I'm imagining that is a song. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with that song. How long have you been working on that? Okay, I think this is, oh my gosh, so much cat hair. I think this is 2 days worth of work, 2 full days of painting already. Very interesting green choice. Many artists run away from green, but you do it just perfect. That is so funny because I have heard from not just more than one person that using green in my portraits, like that seems to be kind of my signature move. And I had no idea until someone pointed it out to me. But I love green. I'm a big fan of green. Nice transfer technique. Thank you. I was thinking on investing in a light table. I have a light table, but because I use a block for the most part, I usually use a block when I make my illustrations. I can't use a light table because, I can't see through the block. So this is why I've resorted to other transferring methods. Lately, I've been drawing directly on the canvas or the painting surface, but I really wanted, because this is a more complex drawing, at least for me, I wanted to have everything arranged, just the way I wanted it to. And I figured that drawing this directly on paper would be really difficult. So this is why I transferred it this way. Rewrite the Stars isn't the greatest showman. It's a duo with Zendaya and Zac Efron. Oh, I have yet to see that movie, but honestly, I think that movie is probably up my alley, so I should watch it. Your art literally has been inspiring me to draw lately. I've gotten so many ideas just from looking at your art. I'm so happy to hear that, Alex. Was it an old sketch you wanted as an illustration, or is it a new idea? Oh, so it's actually a newer idea. Good question. It is a newer idea, but if you are familiar with my work, you will probably recognize this kind of a pose. I do this kind of falling or floating kind of a pose very often. So it doesn't feel like super new, I guess. It is very in line with some of the other illustration ideas that I've had. I'll have to try working with greens. It can be so beautiful, but I'm always scared to try because it's not in my comfort palette. I totally get that because, yeah, there are certain colors that I will kind of stay away from as well. I think probably the browns. Yeah, browns and blues and purples. I find that I don't use as much. I'm trying. That's probably why I've been using a lot of blues lately, and that's because I am trying to break out of that and use colors I'm not as comfortable with more. But I don't think there's anything wrong with resorting to your comfort colors either. It might be your signature color, I'm so happy I stayed till the end. Yes! Yes, you are getting rewarded for staying until the end. I'm so happy that you guys are as excited for this illustration as I am. I'm really excited for it. I really hope I can finish it just how I have it envisioned in my head. I hope I can give it justice because I would love to make a new print because it's been a while since I've made a new print. So I am really hoping this can be a new print for this year. Okay, so, oh, the shoes are so cool. Thank you, thank you. I did change them up a little bit from the typical kind of shoes that I do to go with the starry kind of a theme. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning into today's stream. I hope you enjoyed studying along with me. And for those of you sticking around until the end, thank you so, so much. This is your reward. You are rewarded when you stick to the end. Maybe next time I will also have something to sneak peek as well. But yeah, that was really fun. I was a little bit nervous throughout the stream because watercolor is a challenging medium, but you know, we got there, we did it, and I'm glad that I could do it with your company. And thank you for, there were some super chats in the stream today. Thank you to those of you for being so generous. I was not expecting that. Have you tried Paul Rubens watercolors? I haven't, but I think I have heard it's pretty decent. I can imagine your art in a cute children's book. Thank you, thank you. I foresee the future of the painting will come out a success. Thank you. I hope so. I hope you're right, Mariah. All right. I think I'm finally gonna go have my lunch. I hope wherever you are in the world, you are having a great day or evening. Have a great rest of your day or evening. And I will see you in the next stream or next video. Thank you so much again for tuning in. And take care. Bye. Bye, everyone. Goodbye. So long. Until next time. Bye-bye.